Bulbous? That's the opposite of bulbous. It's angular.
Welcome to Boys, episode 78. We're back on a weekday once again.
Tuesday. This Halloween Tuesday.
Yeah,
wow, that was good. Having a kind of cold makes my voice sound very radio-worthy.
I noticed your Ricolas or Ricolas.
Ricola. First time I ever had one. Fucking delicious.
They're tight.
They're tight.
They're like an earthy, dirty treat.
Mine was honey and lemon. Fucking, and they come like the little individually wrapped. Oh,
They're cute.
they're cute.
And it just harkens back to the days of the men standing on the hillside, blowing in their flugelhorns, in their lederhosen.
Ricola.
I loved that commercial when I was
too.
a kid. I absolutely loved it. Like
Me too.
when it came on, I got excited about. I was like, one day I'm gonna be old enough to have a Ricola of my own.
Well, it was. I was put in that category of Werther's Originals, kind of dad candies. And
Is that a dad medicine?
but
is
it's
a
not-
Ricola a dad medicine?
Well, here's this: is it a medicine or is it a candy? I mean, it was in the medicine aisle, but it tastes good enough that you could just have it on its own.
It's a medicine.
It's a lozenge.
You know what is a candy? Ludens.
Ludens is a candy. That was in the same aisle.
That is absolutely a candy. I don't taste any medicine in that. Never did.
Just
when I was like when I
wild
was
cherry, or whatever flavor it is.
always a cherry.
Yeah.
When you were a kid and you got those, would you just eat them like candy?
Yeah. Well, they had that white wrapper, right? The
Like the
Ludens?
waxy
Yeah,
wrapper.
waxy wrapper.
My favorite wrapper.
Waxy wrapper.
The Ricolas, though, they have that earthiness to them that makes them kind of taste like
Yeah.
herbal and good for you.
Yeah, the all natural flavors. That's what they say on the packaging.
I must say your voice does sound extra good tonight.
I'm trying a little bit. I'm pushing. I'm not trying. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling this.
I'm feeling something too. But first, let me feel these ads.
Oh, feel them.
boyspodcast.com. Go there. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. Be sure to give us a little follow on those.
Boys Podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe, share with a friend.
Email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. Give us a little feedback. Put your physical address in the bottom of the email, and we'll send you some stickers. Thank you guys that have done so far. It's been awesome. Hope you got your stickers. Hope you stuck them up. Because what good's a sticky if it ain't stuck up?
TM. Thank you to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing, anthembrewing.com. Delicious beers. I'm having an Anthem Arjuna right now.
I'm doing an Ouroboros Stout because it's a little cold out.
I was going to say the weather is better for a Ouroboros Stout right now.
Anthem Brewing. When the weather is better, makes your tongue wetter.
That's actually really good. Damn. Fat Bison, fatbison.com. Good wood. Christmas is coming up. It's right around the corner. Hell, they're already putting decorations up.
Deliver a package to one of your family members. I just said family.
Family.
You're one of your family members.
Deliver a package to one of your family members.
Listen, you hit up our friend Matt at fatbison.com. He'll get you a quote. And if you tell him boys sent you, he might fit you in.
I actually was thinking, sidebar, you went to my house I lived in when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There was one of those little post signs in the front garden, and it said the Montgomerys on a piece of wood. I kind of want Fat Bison to make me an old school The Montgomerys, even though it's just me and my wife.
Hey, that's two Montgomerys.
And just hang it up in the yard, old school style.
It wouldn't be a lie. The Montgomerys?
We are two.
There's two?
There's two of us.
What, if you
Plural.
were single?
The Montgomery.
The Montgomery. Dude, that's dope.
Yeah.
Makes you sound
Just
like
a single man.
distinguished.
Yeah, fatbison.com. Get some wood made. OKC Comedy. Laugh till you can't laugh no more. OKCComedy.com.
You got it. You got it. And lastly, thank you for the downloads, tweets, and comments, sharing with a friend, all that good stuff. Keeps us doing what we're doing. We appreciate you guys very, very, very much, and ladies, very much. And just keep doing what you're doing. Listen, tell a friend, give us a like, all that useless bullshit. It means something to us. And thank you guys so much. And without further ado, episode 78, just us. Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
How's it going?
How's it going?
It's going good. Dude.
Did you do voices for the first
Yeah.
How's it going good?
It's going like real good. I went to Wizard World. I should have mentioned that in the intro.
World. Hey, mention it now.
All right. Thank you to the people at Wizard World. Our winner of the tickets, super stoked, posted photos from the event, gave us a shout out. Thank you so much for entering, all of you who did. And thank you, Wizard World. It was fun. Got to go myself, and it was very busy.
Yeah.
Much bigger than I expected.
Did you meet Val Kilmer?
No. interesting the way they handled the celebrities. Notice the air quotes.
They did it. You had to pay additional to go see them.
Yeah, dude. Jason Mewes must have made a killing, man, because I saw his little area. They had them like sectioned in these partitions where you couldn't see them. Some of the celebrities you could. There was like a celebrity row, and then the big dogs were in their own area where they took the people back one by one to get photos with them.
Yeah, like an extra on the set of fucking Galaxy Quest or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Funky Butt Lovin', he was
Funky Butt
he
Lovin',
was
yeah,
on
he was
Celebrity
on-
Row. Yeah. The guy from Ghostbusters, Ray Parker Jr., is that correct? Wait, Ray Price?
Ray Parker Jr. wrote Ghostbusters.
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. That's so racist.
Why?
You're mixing up two black dudes who did something for Ghostbusters. Or maybe it's not racist.
It's not racist.
Ernie Hudson, Ray Parker Jr. They're both considered. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, it was Ray Charles.
They both had mustaches.
Well, that's a
in
start.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Ernie Hudson
Yeah.
ran into me on the way out
What?
and like said hi to me. Hey, buddy, how you doing today? Said hi to me and Kate, actually. Hey, how you guys doing today?
You go, I loved you in the new Ghostbusters movie.
I said, dude, will you sign the script you wrote? I love it. No, I didn't. It was cool, though.
Yeah.
Great time. A lot of cosplay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, it lit a fire in me.
So you want to do cosplay?
I think I want to get into it. Okay.
All these years of looking at it online.
Jerking off to it.
Hey, been there, done that.
Hey, come on. A butt's a butt. A tit's a tit.
It's
I loved the cosplay, both male and female.
Sure.
And man, for the long time, I had thought about wanting to dress up, not just any cosplay, but I want to dress up as a Shadowrunner. You know,
Yeah.
I'm into that game. You know, I love the dystopian future, cyberpunk, grim future.
like grit tech.
Yeah, dude. It's called high tech, low life.
Yeah.
That's a Shadowrun term.
Is it really?
Yeah. So, in fact, I have a coffee table book called The Art of Shadowrun, and it's called High Tech, Low Life. Anyways, it got me to thinking, and I was talking to Kate about it, and she's down too. And so we went through all the old Shadowrun manuals, and we're kind of putting together, as the kids call, inspo for making our own costumes.
Like a
Like a Pinterest, like a real life Pinterest board.
Well, what was that thing from The Secret? The book, The Secret?
The idea wall? The visualizing.
Visualizing.
Yeah, I'm just like saving photos to my phone, basically.
Sure.
And so yeah, it's like a cyberpunk deal, and like one of the classes, it's a role playing game. So one of the classes is Deckard, and that's what I played, which is like a hacker.
I get it. Lieutenant Deckard, or not Lieutenant, Detective Deckard from Blade Runner.
Decker.
Oh, Decker.
Yeah, like because see you hack into,
like you're a Decker, like a skateboarding. I don't know why I'm just kicking my baby feet out.
No, you're an upper decker. You shit in the top of the toilet. That's your skill set. Roll for log circumference. No, a decker uses their cyber deck to hack into the Matrix.
Okay.
So they call them deckers. And they usually have some sort of like keyboard that hooks into their brain somehow.
So Shadowrun was the Matrix before the Matrix movie was the Matrix?
Shadowrun, I believe, came out in 1989. And yeah.
And inspired the Matrix, pretty much.
And a lot of modern things ripped off Shadowrun. I would say mainly, yes, the Matrix, number one by far is, I mean, that look, that feel is taken from the pages of the early editions of Shadowrun. And then Ghost in the Shell, the comic, the manga, that was definitely Akira. Akira might have predated, but it might have came out around the same time. I think that was like late 80s, maybe.
It sounds a lot, the way you describe it sounds a lot like this story called Altered Carbon by, fucking, what's his name? His last name's Morgan. It's a great story.
Price.
No.
Oh.
Ray Parker Jr., that's who wrote it. No, but it's the same kind of thing of like, it's a dystopian future. You have these little chips that you can put in like your neck, and like it's weird. You hack into the Matrix.
All that good shit.
It's vibe. It's cool shit.
So I've been thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Been putting together some inspiration. And dude, I think next year will be the unveiling.
Cool thing about that is you could save a lot of money. Like I've had friends, we all know people who do cosplay and do it like legit for real, like spend shit tons of money and time, and like it's an art project. They build these elaborate like giant swords and outfits and shit. Expensive. Doing the Shadowrun thing, you can go to a thrift store, drop $30.
Be a little more than that.
You know what I mean?
In
though?
perspective, absolutely. Yeah. It is an affordable introduction.
But you can also do like the thing where if you've shaved head and have something integrated into your head. And
You got to have your cyberjack.
gotta have your cyberjack.
Got to have your cyberjack. Got to have some dermal plating. Got to have like a punk aesthetic. Because that's the thing is like it has to have this like 80s punk aesthetic. Because the beauty of Shadowrun, if I may divulge, is back in 1989 when it came out, it was a glimpse into what thought would be the future in like 2040. We're getting close to that.
Oh, yeah.
But think about the 80s view of 2040.
Oh, yeah.
So it's still going to be looked through the lens of like that culture. And so it definitely has this like 80s vibe to it. And like a lot of things like Blade Runner and like movies like Drive, things like that.
Back to the Future 2, Biff Tannen's gang looked kind of clean cyberpunk. So almost like 2015 everything was still fine. And then 20 or 30 years later, it goes to shit. So there's still all that technology, but everything's a little bit more grittier. Like imagine a hill valley from Back to the Future 2, dystopian style.
Yeah.
And that's what everything looks like.
Well, dude, and the crazy thing is, and one of the reasons I love Shadowrun so much and just the like cyberpunk, post-apocalyptic, grim future is we're fucking living it, dude.
Yeah.
We're like well on our way. Like a big thing in Shadowrun is like mega corporations run everything.
Yeah.
Guess what?
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Or they are, or they're beginning to, or they have been. It is really coming true. And like, if you look at the old editions, they have things like iPads way before that existed.
Right.
You know, the computer existed back then, but they were huge and they were shitty.
Yeah, it was like an interface that you can touch with your hand to do all that kind of shit.
It's so dope. I love it so much.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have a year to prepare.
Yeah.
So we'll see where I go from there. But I think if I were to do it, I think I could do it pretty well.
It would be I'm not going to say it's an original idea because Shadowrun did it, but I'm saying you don't see that a lot when you see cosplay pictures. It's
Not at
usually,
all.
You see a lot of Deadpools. You see a lot of like Marvel, DC guys. You know, I don't even know what they are. Probably Akira. What the people with big hair
Yeah.
and the big giant swords, whatever the fuck that is.
You see a lot of Final Fantasy VII. Ooh, hate to admit, saw a lot of Ricks.
Saw a lot of Rick and
Saw
Morty.
a lot of Ricks.
I saw Pickle Rick.
Oh, God, gag me with the fucking...
What is Pickle Rick?
I don't know. I think that Rick turns into a pickle and he
Apparently.
screams, "I'm Pickle Rick," and that's now on t-shirts.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I hate it.
Yeah. I'm old.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we fear what we don't
know.
understand.
That's true. Our parents feared us when we were kids.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't know. I feared my parents.
Why are you wearing such baggy pants?
They thought I was into gang stuff because I wore a pacifier around my neck. Do you remember when that was cool?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
But
that was
not-
a raver thing, though.
Yes, not baby pacifiers, but they were these certain pacifiers. They almost look like a plastic ring pop.
Yeah.
The sucker part was round, and then the finger hole, I guess, was also round. And they came in like chrome or like red, clear, different colors, sparkles.
See, I always thought that was part of drug culture. Like, are they dipping them in something and then putting it in their mouth?
Oh,
Like, are they doing like Molly or something else where they put it in and they fucking trip, dude?
I like that. Are you doing voices now?
Yeah, dude.
See, they were big for a minute.
Yeah.
It was like a fad for a summer. And I found one at like a gas station. So it was a silver, shiny, chrome-esque looking one. And I was wearing it. And my grandma pulled me aside and she was like, "You know, that's a satanic symbol you're wearing." And apparently in my church at the time, they put one up on the overhead projector and then they did an overlay with another transparency and drew an ankh. And if you picture these pacifiers, these 90s, early 90s toy pacifiers,
Right.
if you held them up and looked at the silhouette, it kind of resembles an ankh. Like, it's a stretch.
It's conspiracy theorists and religious fanatics are on the same wavelength, whereas you can find what you're looking for if you look hard enough.
Absolutely.
Like 9/11 was an inside job. How? Well, if you dig deep enough and you try to point different things together, you'll find it. If you want to think that Marilyn Manson is the Antichrist, you'll find it. But then everyone's the fucking Antichrist.
Right.
Everything's a symbol. That Monster Energy thing is 666. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a corporation trying to sell you shit you don't really need.
It's kind of like if you listen to our podcast, if you dig deep enough, you might find a joke or a momentary piece of intellect, thought-provoking ideas. but you really got to dig.
You got to dig. There's some good shit in there. You just got to get real deep in.
Did you ever have the Okay, so it's Halloween today.
It is Halloween today.
It's Halloween today,
Mm-hmm.
and driving home, seeing the trick-or-treaters out. It's getting dark as we speak, as we're sitting in the beautiful boys studio.
Mm-hmm.
Can we call it that? The beautiful boys studio?
Beautiful BBS.
I was trying to think of a name for this place.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we'll get back to that. So the trick-or-treaters are out.
Yeah.
I saw Rick on the way home.
Did you?
I flipped him off.
You know, fuck Rick and Morty.
I said, fuck Rick and Morty and fuck Pickle Rick. Stick it up your 10-year-old ass, motherfucker.
And then you turned up corn and drove off.
I did not do that. I did give him a dirty look.
On the way here, I was driving. It's a short hop, skip, and jump from my house here. I just took 19th. It's a really nice little boulevard on the way here.
Hmm.
It's 5-something. And these kids are just in droves walking down the street. Sun's still up. What the fuck? Now, back in my day, you don't go outside until that sun goes down.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, when I was a kid, back in my day, I did not have a piece of candy in that bag until the sun was down, stars were out. I was freezing my little gonads off in my Wolverine costume.
Right.
And I made a night of it. I remember, maybe I was a little bit older, but I remember being out trick-or-treating and maybe causing a little havoc.
Yeah.
Late into the night.
Yeah. Like 10, 11, 12. I saw a kid wearing a fucking, like a puffer jacket over his costume. He was a stormtrooper, but he had like, it was one of those, flimsy stormtrooper costumes. But he had like a puffer coat over him. Like, stormtroopers don't wear puffer coats, dude.
And get no candy from me.
Get candy from me.
Go home, Steve. I would have just been like, get out of my yard.
I just think, I didn't. Is it the helicopter parenting I'm hearing so much about? Is it the worry that if you go out later, that's when the hooligans, that's when the freaks come out. They're gonna put razor blades in your candy. Speaking of, sorry, sidebar. Saw an article. Watch out for marijuana edibles in your kid's bag. No one's gonna be giving away. You know how expensive them shits is?
Yeah.
No one's giving away edibles.
And rare?
Yeah.
If I happen upon a piece of marijuana candy, I covet it like Gollum covets the ring.
Yeah.
Because it's a special thing. Because guess what?
You piece it up in little nuggets.
You're like a crackhead just chipping off that old meth block.
Just a little bit.
I just need a little because that'll leave a little for later. But those things are magical because it's like, I can pop that right before the 311 concert. Don't smell.
Yeah.
Don't smell. Feel good.
Feel great.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock. No one's going to throw that in your kid's bag. I remember that was when we were kids, like the razor blade. Like, did that really happen? Or it's not a Halloween thing, but the, what do you call that? The syringe in a movie theater seat. Somebody in New Jersey got AIDS. They sat on a seat and there was a syringe in it.
Dude, I remember hearing that. I think at my church, it was like, when you go to a movie, pull your seat down and take a shit in the seat. pull your seat bottom down.
And check.
Because what they're doing, whoever they are, they're putting syringes with AIDS blood in the seats. And with a little note wrapped around the syringe that says, "Welcome to my world."
And that again, that's going down that fucking conspiracy rabbit hole of, no, I heard it's true. It's true.
I'm going to guess that never happened.
Never happened.
Not even once.
Not once.
Could you imagine some like withering AIDS patient like drawing his blood out in his final days and he's like, I'll get those kids that are seeing Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah. No one ever found razor blades in their candy. That never fucking happened.
And furthermore, who the fuck's eating an apple on Halloween? Did you ever eat an apple on Halloween?
I've never gotten an apple on Halloween. A candy apple, maybe at one of the fucking church fairs or whatever, but no, never.
I did get toothbrushes.
Yeah, I had a dentist in my neighborhood give away toothbrushes.
So did I. And what did we do? We took all the toothbrushes and made them into a log of toothbrushes and we stuck them up his tailpipe in his driveway.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
I used to make toothbrush bracelets. Speaking of wearing trash, my mom would boil them. I'd get like the kids one that had like, Chucky from Rugrats or whoever on it, like the Oral-B ones.
You just had a thing for Chucky accessories.
I thought Chucky from Rugrats was the punk rock Rugrat. He had a star on his shirt, spiky red hair, glasses. You throw a guitar on that dude, he's in a punk band.
Yeah, he's like Dexter Holland.
Yeah.
He had the raspy voice, right?
yeah, he's yeah, but I think it was a girl who did his voice. Women, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
And their raspy
so yeah,
voices.
you would boil it that where it's pliable, bendable, and then yeah, you have a little bracelet,
Little
Wearing
trash bracelet.
Hey, little fun fact for you: make yourself a shitty trash bracelet.
Take all those Halloween toothbrushes that you got and make yourself a bracelet. You have one for every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
But yeah, things seem so different now. Like with the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Like,
See, to me, that sounds sketchy. You're gonna get candy out of the trunk of someone's fucking 88 Malibu? No thanks, man.
yeah, we push these porn magazines aside and they give you a piece of candy out of
yeah,
the trunk.
because you know what I think of the cleanest part of a car? The trunk.
Yeah, where you put the spare tire and your dirty clothes.
Okay, when you go clean your car out, when you go to like a car wash and you wash your car and then you go vacuum it out, do you ever pop your trunk and vacuum out your trunk?
I don't have a trunk now. I drive a hatchback.
Right, but the hatch part of your trunk.
No!
I know. That's where all the junk goes.
Yeah, it's like the grease catcher of the car. Like all the crumbs roll to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take some stranger's candy out of this parking lot just because there's a First Baptist whatever sign in the driveway.
Yeah, it's whack.
Yeah.
As I get older, man, like I didn't do anything for Halloween this year.
Me neither. Not a damn.
I mean, I did some stuff this weekend, but I didn't go to a Halloween party. I didn't really want to. I just don't celebrate it anymore. And
Did you feel it in the air? I felt when I was driving around doing my business. I felt it in the air a little bit.
I didn't feel it.
Felt the nip. It felt good.
I didn't feel it at all, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, as you know, I'm more of a Christmas boy.
Yeah.
But I really tried this year. I tried to feel the nip, but I just couldn't feel the nip. I tried. I reached around. I fished around. I tried to feel that nip.
Couldn't find that nip.
No. But maybe next year.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's always another one.
Next year.
There's always another nip.
Keep feeling around. You'll find the nip. Now I just want to feel some nips. Like, you know that feeling when the nip like grazes
like
across?
braille,
Yes. Yes.
Brr, oh.
A fleshy braille. A fleshy warm braille. Nothing's better. Nothing's better.
Mm.
But next year I'm going to have a dope costume.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll feel the nip next year.
Okay, so we talked about the trick-or-treaters.
As long as it's pierced.
Trick-or-treaters out, walking, doing their thing. So I'm thinking it's 5:30 when I was on my way here, running errands. And I see these kids out. I'm like, okay, school probably let around 2:33. You wear a costume to school, but that's not the costume you go trick-or-treating in.
Right?
Did you ever double up, have two costumes? I mean, I said I double dip costumes to get treats.
Right.
So technically I triple dip, or you double dip with the costume you wore to school. Because your school costume's not going to be the cool one because you don't want to get it fucked up at school.
See, when I was young, my mom made my costume every year. Like, she went hard, dude. I remember her spending hours at the sewing machine, laying out the fabric on the kitchen floor and like marking it up and having me try things on. And like one year I was Dracula, but I was like a good Dracula.
Yeah, not just a black garbage bag Dracula.
A garbage bag with a hole cut in it.
Dude, I've been that Dracula.
you got your garbage bag Dracula, you got your fitted sheet ghost, and you got your TP mummy.
Dude, that's a band.
Shitty Halloween costume theme band.
Dude, toilet paper mummy is the worst.
Dude. Well, you know the only thing that would be worse? The paper towel mummy. Where you have to like hand rip because you're out of TP. Super absorbent.
Well, because gauze is expensive.
No.
No?
Not in a post-Amazon world.
That's true.
But no, I always wore one costume, but my mom went hard. Like I was a Dracula one year. One year she made me a fully white ninja outfit.
Oh,
dude, with this two-piece
like
mask.
Storm Shadow kind of a thing.
Dude, it was dope. And we ordered like the little Ninja Turtle boots, like the two-toed boots. So we found some white ones on like in the Century Martial Arts catalog.
Oh yeah.
And I looked dope. She made me like a bow staff, and I had these fake throwing stars. Is it racist to say Chinese star?
Well, they were called Chinese throwing stars.
Okay,
but they're probably not now.
Probably nowadays it's a throwing star.
Yeah, just a throwing star.
Yeah. Why make it culturally specific?
Yeah.
So I had that. I had like a red belt and a sash, and I mean she went hard on Halloween. But yeah, man, as I get older, I just don't feel it. I haven't felt it in years. Yeah. To be honest,
I think it's not for us. It's not made for us.
I think, was it 2 years ago I dressed up as Jonathan Davis? Mm-hmm. That was 2 years ago, right?
Was that the last time you dressed up?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't do shit last year, and I didn't do shit this year.
Well, I got pranked at work at Keeley to dress up, and I dressed up as Spider. I bought a $10 children's Spider-Man costume. Fit really well. It was just a really good fit.
Yeah. It was like you were fucking sitting on a tripwire.
Yeah.
You had a nut on each side.
A nut on each side. So other than that, on the next night, I bartended at Speakeasy or Saturday night, bartended for a Tim Burton art show, which is crazy busy. Bartenders were in costume. And they're like, just put on that Spider-Man costume. I know you got it in the car. So I put it on.
Was it in the trunk?
Yeah. It was in the trunk, wadded up with a bunch of other shit. Had to like literally shake it off. And I put it on and I realized why they're $10 costumes. They're a one-wear costume.
Really?
You cannot double dip.
A disposable costume?
I put it back on and I read the tag because I was going to give it to my nephew. It says, do not wash. Do not it's basically a one and done wear. But I thought the mask was pretty legit.
It was decent.
But so it's got the, what do you call that shit? The
Velcro.
That Velcro is the one use. I put it on and then I'm behind the bar with mask on. And as soon as I pour one drink, the Velcro just goes, done. And it just starts like sagging on me. Like, fuck this. I'm not wearing this costume all night. So a one and done. That's the only thing I did dress up wise.
Well, I want to talk about, I'm glad you brought up the prank because I want to talk about that. I was in on the prank. We all were.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. So let's set this up. So Robert comes around and tells everybody, hey, it's Josh's last day. We're going to do something special for him, but we also want to play a prank on him. So everybody say that they're going to dress up tomorrow. And I heard you going around talking about it. And I heard other people even like playing roles, you know?
Yeah. Like Justin said he's going to be Kylo Ren or something.
Yeah. Like, what are you dressing up as? Oh, yeah, that's great. And dude, so we leave work that day and you sent me some texts throughout the night. I had to go do a photo shoot for this band after work. And I'm getting these texts from you and you're shopping.
Yeah.
Dude, and you shopped.
Yeah,
and you shopped and you ran around. And as the night went on, my guilt just started to rise.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, first of all, I'm in a weird situation because while I do have an allegiance and an alliance to you as a friend,
right,
I can't ruin this shit.
No.
I cannot be the one, because if anybody was going to ruin it, it would have been me and it would have been shitty.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of short with you. I was like, yeah, cool. I think I said something like, hey, just wear this, like what you already have or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad when you were sending me photos of costumes. Like, oh, I hope he doesn't spend like $50-$60.
I almost spent like $160 on this fantastic Mr. Fox thing I built up at Target.
Dude, I'm so glad you didn't.
Me too.
Because you're always one of the first ones to work, and I show up for work the next day, and there you are at your desk, dressed as Spider-Man, like the meme of Spider-Man sitting at his desk.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, he did it. Nobody ruined the surprise. Did you know right away? Or was it a thing where like as people came in, you're like, hey, you're not dressed up?
No, it's exactly like that. It's like, why aren't you wearing a costume? No one's wearing costumes.
But
that's weird.
It turned out dope.
Yeah.
You got a little cash.
Got some cash, got some pedals.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was really good. And you were a good sport about it. I thought it was awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, at first I was like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, oh, well, they probably knew that if we tell Josh it's going to be a costume day, he's going to do something weird. And obviously, I'm going to wear a kid's fucking Halloween costume. Like, as soon as I saw that at Target, I was like, it was $20. I don't want to drop it. So I stopped into Family Dollar to find like a shitty, cheap wig. And they had that same costume for $10. Like, fuck it, I'll just get it.
Yeah, $10.
$10. You can throw $10 away.
Yeah.
That's 2 beers at a bar. Fuck it.
But you worked at a bar.
I did. It was crazy.
So how busy we talking?
Fucking busy.
Our friends at the 51st Street Speakeasy.
It felt like 2010 Speakeasy. It was bumping.
You made a little bit of that walking around money.
But speaking of costumes, seeing grown adults in costumes sober, it's just like, man, you put a lot of work into that.
I think that's, and I know it's a weird thing because I was just talking about cosplay, but yet I don't want to dress up on Halloween.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I'm, in no way am I like, oh, I'm better than it or I'm too adult for it. I don't know. Like, I know, you know what? I know I'm just being a fucking curmudgeon. I know, I get it, but I can't help but feel that way. So I'm going to feel the way I want to feel. And I don't know, like I could see being intoxicated and dressing up as Pickle Rick.
Well, we used to do that shit. Like we would have ravens. We called them ravens. The dance party, Halloween dance parties.
Yeah, we threw Halloween parties.
Bashes where we all dressed like cool,
Hold
fake
on.
blood.
Was it a bash?
It was a bash.
Was it a mash?
It was a monster mash.
Was it a graveyard smash?
It was a graveyard smash. We had a good
Checking
time.
those boxes
But
off.
we had good times. We got to make sure it's all three.
All three.
A bash, a smash, a mash.
A graveyard smash.
Yeah, it's got to be all of those things. But we did that and had fun then. But I think now what it is life just bogs you down, man. You just get your work mindset on. Then by the time that weekend rolls around, like, yeah, I gotta get a costume, and I don't want it to be here. It's this. I don't want it to be shitty, but I don't have to work too hard on it. And I don't want to be an no offense to those who are off the rack guys. I don't want to be an off the rack costume guy.
It always sneaks up on me. That's the problem. It's like it totally snuck up on me this year. And, I don't know. It just worked out that, my girl's out of town. It's not like we can work on a costume together.
Right.
So we hang out on the weekend and we only have so much time together. So we just hung out and watched TV.
And you don't have kids to constantly remind you that Halloween is coming up.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
But Kate's actually taking her daughter Halloweening tonight.
I don't.
I think she might be trunk or treating.
She better be doing that now and not 3 hours ago.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll talk to her about it.
Them early trick-or-treaters. Don't. Just let your kids experience the nighttime once. Because think about this. All week, all year, your kids come home from school, they go out and play with their friends, and you tell them to be home by dark. Parents probably don't even do that anymore. That's what we had. So at nighttime, you're inside the house. Halloween, though, that's when the nighttime is the right time.
Dude.
You go out, you experience the night.
Yes. The moon, the cat arching its back.
Yeah.
The gravestone that says something funny on it.
The witching hour. Yeah.
Dude, there was something magical about tricking and getting treats.
That's the part. Kids are obsessed with the treat. Trick. You gotta trick them. But here's the thing. Have you ever done this? Hold on. Trick or treat. And the dude at the door goes, trick. And then
no.
No. That would be fucking weird. But that is an option.
Have you ever done that thing where you knock and run?
Yeah, I've done that.
That's pretty fun to do on Halloween.
Yeah.
We had this guy that he lived on the end of the street.
Ding dong ditching is what they call it.
There was this guy and you would knock on his door and then he lived, so on one side of the street was his house and then directly on the other side of the street was a hill.
Yeah. Or you can just go down the hill and you could see him come out.
You could knock and then you could run and then you could slide down the hill on your butt. I was about to say your pants.
Yeah.
You can slide on your pants down the hill. But the real kicker, there was what is that called? A tin horn. Do you know what a tin horn is?
No.
Okay, I think that's what my dad calls it. In the country, there are driveways, and then at the end of the driveway, there's a tin cylinder. So the water can run through.
It's like a ditch.
A drainage ditch. My dad called it a tin horn growing up.
That makes sense.
So at the end of the street, there was a tin horn there, like a little a ditch, But the beauty of it was you'd run across his yard, across the street, slide down the hill on your pants, and then take position. The tin horn, you could see through it, and you could see his door perfectly.
Oh, wow.
So you got to watch him come out. And dude, we must have ding-dong ditched this guy like 100 times. Like
in a night?
No. Like
But
over
throughout the years.
Yeah,
okay.
Like in 3 years.
Okay.
And this was before security cameras that you could look at on your iPhone and things like that. Dude, it was so much fun. You know how much joy I got from that over the years?
Tons. I got joy out of that.
That was a trick.
Another trick, ordering pizzas to your neighbor's house and looking out your window to see 30 large pizzas being delivered to your neighbor. That's
a shitty trick.
I did that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
30 pizzas?
30 pizzas to my neighbor's house.
Did they not make you prepay?
It was 1991.
People trusted each other back then.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just pay at the door.
Dang. No, I did go to high school. Okay, we all went to high school with the nerds, right? We had a couple of brothers that were nerds.
Oh, yeah.
The Whitakers. Right? They I'm sure they're like successful, rich.
Definitely.
People now. But at the time, they were nerds. And we used to call up all of the call now for your free brochure. We would call all of them up and have all these brochures sent to their house.
Well, because you could find their name in the phone book and find their address in the phone book.
Yeah. And then just have, we call every place we could and have them deliver, you remember call now for your free brochure, like Bowflex,
all of it.
Ron Popeil, stuff
free
like that.
Free samples and shit. Yeah.
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 And I'm just wondering how much junk mail they got.
Tons.
Because, dude, we probably did it to I don't know, 40 different things over the course of a year.
Yeah.
So there was another trick.
That's a trick. Just prank calling. I was watching Stranger Things, and then someone said the word crank call. And I remember the show Crank Yankers, but I never called it crank calling. I don't get it. Prank. You prank calling. You prank call your friend or like this girl you think is cute or whatever, and you prank them.
You don't crank them.
I still love listening to prank phone calls. It's one of my favorite things.
I absolutely, to this day, love prank phone calls.
Should be, but you can't prank anybody now. You can't star 6-7 anybody anymore.
I guess not.
Because I would love to just call up a buddy, like call up Dylan or somebody right now and just prank call him.
But I think nowadays I'd be like Michael Scott trying to prank call someone. You know what I mean?
Like it would be think it's great, but
obvious,
it's just terrible.
Like right off the bat. What we do is we just get a burner phone.
Yeah, get burners and prank call people.
And we trick. And we record.
Okay, but so if you're knocking on the door.
Hello.
Trick or treat. And then the guy says
trick.
What do you think the trick would be? What are you going to do? No. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's kids coming to their children. And you're going to trick 4 kids by doing what? By like, all right, here's what you're going to do. And you have you pull like a kiddie pool that's filled with, I don't know, Jello or something. You know what I mean? Like, all right, there's a $10 bill in the bottom of this pool of Jello. If you can jump in that, or do you make them do some sort of a trick? It's like truth or dare.
I don't even know what I would do these days.
Because you say trick or treat and you just repeat it, not thinking about that first part. All you're thinking about is the treat.
I know what I would do. I would invite him in my car, let him fuck me, and then my pimp would come out and steal all his money.
A child?
No, an adult. I'm the child.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm the child getting fucked.
But, you would trick them. Ha-ha, tables have turned.
Yeah. Like, you think you're going to get some of this ass? Guess what? Got your candy and your money.
Double dipping.
Then I'd change costumes and do it again.
Oh, all over again.
Well, so Halloween is passing, and I guess just nowadays we just skip Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, when I was shopping for the costume last week, Target had already put out all their Christmas stuff, and I'm like, I know everyone puts it on Instagram or whatever. Like, can't we wait? It's not even Halloween yet. I get it. We should just start Christmas December 1st.
Well, here's the deal.
Give each holiday its fucking month.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Like, just allot 30 days, 28 to 31 days.
October 1st to October 31st is Halloween. November 1st to November, whenever the fuck Thanksgiving is, that's Thanksgiving.
So we, binge celebrate.
We're binging these television shows on Netflix. Let's binge holidays.
Can we just get rid of Thanksgiving, though?
Fuck Thanksgiving.
Because in this cultural appropriate world...
Still...
I was trying to be smart and I just fucked it up.
I know what you mean.
In this appropriate world...
In this offended world.
That we're living in.
Yeah.
Isn't Thanksgiving bad now?
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay, so we should ditch Columbus Day.
We've already done that.
Okay. Thanksgiving's next on the chopping block.
I'm surprised it hasn't already.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real day. It never fucking happened. The settler...
Wait, they didn't gather around a table with maize and a turkey?
Didn't fucking happen.
And with the pilgrim hat?
No, what they did was they landed and go, oh shit, there's people here. We should probably kill all of them. And that's the story of, quote, Thanksgiving.
You ever do that thing though, man? Growing up, slap that hand down on a piece of construction paper.
Just give it a little turkey.
Just trace that bird.
That's when I knew. They might have been, they talk about the moment you came online as a human. First memories, I guess. Well, the moment I knew I was never going to be an artist was, I think it was second or third grade, and I'm doing the classic turkey, and I'm drawing it, and it is shitty.
You couldn't even trace your own hand.
I couldn't do it. No, I've seen all these other kids, and even the smelly kid in the corner, his looks good.
Yeah.
Mine sucks.
You know what I did one year? I flipped the bird.
Oh, fuck.
Then I traced the turkey. But guess what? One of those feathers was a little longer than the rest. And I thought that was going to fly. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Did not fly.
Obviously, because you traced your hand.
Yeah, it just looked like a dick and balls. It was terrible. And my teacher was like, Robbie, I think you need to do that again. And I was like, oh, fuck, busted. So I just did a traditional hand turkey.
Well, but I'm glad you brought up the hand turkey. Have you ever seen a turkey that looked like that? Just here's the thumb is the head, and this is supposed to be its feathers? No, that would be more appropriate.
Right. You kind of
Put them together.
make your hand into like a shell shape.
Yeah, cup your fingers.
Like your, I don't know.
And think about this. Talk about the day and age of being offended. What if you were in class and you were missing your other hand? Your drawing hand's here, but you don't have the other hand. And all these other kids are just making little hands.
You just like, I drew a stump. Like, I drew the classic stump that they killed the turkey on.
I'd be offended. Yeah, this is where they cut the heads off of the turkey.
Dude, there's no going back, though.
Mm-mm.
There's no going back.
Nope.
Do you remember during the holidays, there would be the kids that couldn't sing the Christmas songs and they would go out in the hall?
What do you mean?
Okay, so we
I don't
had...
think I ever experienced that.
Yeah, dude. Where I went to elementary school was Schwartz Elementary. Schwartz Elementary.
Of course you push your Judeo-Christian ethics at Schwartz.
And every holiday time, we would sing Christmas songs in class, and certain kids would bring a note from their parents excluding them from singing the songs because of their religion. Like, we don't celebrate Christmas, so the teachers would let them like go to the library, where the like library aide would like kind of, supervise them.
Now, were these like hippie parents, or were these like Muslim, Jewish?
Yeah. It was more of
beliefs?
like a Muslim,
Okay.
Jewish, type thing. But I always thought that was so strange when I was a kid because I didn't understand it.
That never happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, I
Y'all
never
were just
said that.
singing your Christmas songs, huh?
Just in there singing, God bless ye, merry gentlemen. And, your Christian Christmas songs, which are good songs. I will say this. Musically, the Christian Christmas songs sound better than your safe, non-religious based songs. All your other non-religious songs are the same fucking song. I'm gonna sing one, and
Let's
you can
hear
go
it.
right into another one. Ready?
I'm ready.
Frosty the Snowman was a na-na-na-na-na. Rudolph the Red. They're all like the same kind of a
Right.
vibe. Like, it's the same. It's like one dude wrote one song and goes, you know what? Fuck it. Now it's the reindeer. You know what? Fuck it. Now it's the Christmas tree.
Well, they all share that sing-songy vibe to them.
Dun, 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 dun. But then the Christian ones are like real, like ominous, and like they're supposed to be joyous. It's the birth of fucking Christ. But it's all
And
like,
I quote.
oh, like no, man.
Dude, I think that my love of Christmas, and I'm not even a religious guy. I just love, it is the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
My love for this season, this upcoming season, and the feelings and the love and the caring and the wassailing,
sharing,
if
the
you will.
wassailing, the booze.
That's Halloween. It makes me just like overshadow Halloween and Thanksgiving. Like, I could give a fuck less about Thanksgiving.
it goes.
You know what I want to do this Thanksgiving? I want to go hunting.
I ain't doing shit.
I want to go
Thanksgiving.
away.
I do.
You just get together with your family and eat. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Let's save some money.
You're eating shitty bird instead of a steak?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? So you got Halloween. You skip Thanksgiving. You go all out on Christmas. And fuck New Year's. Who gives a shit? It's a day. It's a day.
But Josh, it's a new year.
No, it's not.
It's time to make amends.
It's not a new year. It's
It's time
another
to-
day.
It's
Man-made time.
It's time to set an unattainable goal for yourself that you're going to forget in 15 days.
No. Man created time. There's no really such thing as I guess there's a year, but we made the calendar year. Who gives a shit? No, fuck it. I don't do New Year's. I gotta have black eyed peas on New Year Day. New Year Day?
New Year Day.
On New Year Day, black eyed peas. I listen to Black Eyed Peas on New Year's Day.
Yeah, dude. I love that song, Let's Get Retarded in here.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic, non-offensive song.
Oh, but here's the crazy thing, okay? That I actually like Black Eyed Peas. No, I do like some of it, to be honest.
Pre-Fergie?
Man, I kind of like Fergie, dude. When I saw the pee in the pants.
Did it get you
sold.
hard?
I kind of liked it.
She's a real girl.
Okay, all kidding aside, when I saw the pee in the khakis, I'm not going to lie. I kind of dug it. I was like, that girl is up there doing work.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not getting off the stage. I'm going to pee right here.
No, she didn't pull a Mariah Carey and get carried off the stage to go take a leak. No, she pissed those fucking khakis.
It's like, listen, you're paying me money to be here. I'm not getting off this stage.
Well, piss is hot. Let's be honest, right?
It's a little bit.
We're being honest.
I mean, it's literally hot.
It's a little piss is real warm. I like it. The Black Eyed Peas thing. That okay, that isn't like an old slave song or like an old,
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that came out not that long ago.
Let's get retarded.
When did that come out?
That's the name of the song. Don't fucking write us.
All kidding aside,
Yeah.
I think that came out about 10 years ago, maybe 12, thinking maybe 2005.
Around 2005.
Perhaps. But
we should have been offended then.
Dude, that went from being played at the Super Bowl or in commercials to never hearing that song again.
Well, because they changed it to Let's Get It Started.
That's right.
Makes more sense, I guess. Let's get it started in here. I don't know. I just don't know. Why are we talking about? Oh, New Year's Day. I don't do that shit either. I skip that. I skip Valentine's Day. I don't do that shit. I don't do St. Patrick's Day. Fuck that shit. There's really one holiday, and it's fucking Christmas. And it's not about Jesus. It's about that fat man in that red suit bringing me gifts.
Wait, I thought Jesus was the reason for the season.
Fuck Jesus.
So just a side note.
Wow, I know. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That I had a little too much of this Arjuna.
Anthem Brewing. Let's get sacrilegious in here. For the record, Ella Funk came out June 24th, 2003. Also features a song called Anxiety featuring Papa Roach.
Wow, P.
Fucking
Roach.
dope. I'm going to listen to that right now. Dude, okay. The song Hey Mama is pretty dope.
What's Hey Mama?
Hey Mama, dun 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 dun. Ooh la 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 la.
Oh, they want, yeah.
Dude, that song is dope. The video is dope. And Fergie,
Wasn't
looking
that their first single?
fine in
Off
it.
of that?
I think so. It's so dated though. She's wearing one of those like super short skirts.
It was 14 years ago.
It's not that long ago for retarded.
14 years ago, though. That's a long time ago. You think about it. Okay, you graduated in 1999.
Whoa. What's my age again?
37.
36.
36,
Thank you.
no,
I don't look a day over 32.
You don't look a day over 22.
At least I'm not
so
dead.
Think 14 years before that. You know what I mean? You were 4 years old. Like time is a flat circle, but it's your perspective of time changes. So yes, I'll agree. 2003 seems like fucking yesterday, but it still is 14 years ago. 14 years from now, I'm going to be in my late 40s. Wow. Knocking on 50. Think about that shit. That's slow the train down. Can we slow it down a little bit?
I know, but it only speeds up. And that's what's crazy.
The older you get, it definitely speeds up.
Dude, whether it's just natural, whether it's technology, the world becoming smaller as technology gets bigger, tell me this train is not speeding up. This one-way ticket to hell that we're on right now.
It feels like...
And back.
It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. It feels like we're in a fucking train and they're just throwing fucking logs into that fire and just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. The more, like you said, the world does get bigger as technology grows. We're all connected now. Whereas 14 years ago, we weren't as connected. The internet was a thing. Social media was kind of a thing. There was like MySpace and shit.
Yeah.
But it now seems like the entire world. I could pull up my phone right now and I could talk face to face on my phone with some dude in Indonesia. Couldn't do that 14 years ago. Shit's insane.
It is. Not to the extent that we can now.
No.
And going back to the whole cyberpunk dystopian future thing, it's like, dude, look around. The shit is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to sound like, a conspiracy theorist or anything or a crazy person. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, you said last time you'd be the first to put the chip in your head.
Yeah. What's that? I would totally be first in line. I want to give my body to science. That actually came up a couple weeks ago.
Before you die?
No, like when I die.
Oh, of course, this is a useless vessel. This is a useless sack of meat and bones.
Fucking worm food.
Yeah.
Let them cut me apart and learn something. Or not. Throw me away. I don't care.
But you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just throw a human body in the ground. You have to get like laws. Like there's all kinds of judicial shit you have to do with your fucking meat body.
I think you should be able to sign your body over when you die.
I mean, it definitely goes to science if you want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if let's say I was married why couldn't I just, let's say my wife was my next of kin, why couldn't I get a legal document that says, hey, just, cut me up, put me down the garbage disposal when I'm dead. Who cares? Save yourself $300 or $300. Is a funeral $300?
No. What you do is you build a bonfire in your backyard and just toss me in it.
Toss that joker right
in there.
No, I just said a funeral was $300.
Funerals are not $300. Funerals are very expensive.
For what, though?
For what? For renting a space for your...
Flowers, schmowers, I get it. Hire a fucking band.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound crass, but I mean, they're gone. I think about that all the time because I, have my own mortality thing of... I'd say just fucking burn me. The cheapest way you can do it. Don't put me in an urn. They're just upselling you on a fucking piece of ceramic. Put me in a coffee thing.
Throw me in a Cane's coffee can.
Yeah.
Don't even blow it out. Just mix me up in there.
Mix me up in there and just show me somewhere.
Show me somewhere?
I was gonna say shove me somewhere. Shove me up your ass.
Make me into a dildo.
Oh, the classic stoner. Just fucking make me like a bong and smoke me, man.
Dude. So there's a guy in high school who will remain nameless because I kind of still know him. We'll call him Bert. Bert, no joke. I remember this just like it was last Halloween. In fact, I think we were enveloped in moonlight. We were enjoying a left-handed cigarette, and he looks over, and the moon is behind him, and he goes, "When I die, will you smoke me? Seriously." I was like, yeah, I'll be real serious when I smoke the joint. No, I thought, really, dude? We're 15. We're 16 years old. You want me to smoke your dead body?
Smoke your remains. It's like a fucking Cypress Hill song. Smoke my remains.
Straight to the brain. What? No, I'm not going to smoke you. I won't have access to your dead body. No. I'm just a kid.
I'm a kid. Your parents are going to let me. Your parents are going to do a church funeral for you, like all parents do, and they're going to put you in a way too expensive box, and then throw you in a cemented
cube,
cavern in the ground.
Cover you with dirt.
And then put a way too expensive headstone up there.
Then there's going to be that shot where it's like shot from inside the ground, where the mom comes up and like drops the flower inside.
Yeah. Think about this
in slow motion.
How many people populate the planet right now?
I'm going to guess. Okay. My last number that I can remember is 3.2 billion.
I was going to say around 3 billion people.
I think it's way more than that, to be honest.
Probably so. My thinking is there's 3 billion people now. That means...
Wow. We are way off.
How many?
7.442 billion.
Damn.
As of 2016. So probably 7.5 billion as of now. Dude. That is a shitload of dead bodies.
That's what I'm saying. Like it amazes me that we haven't used up all of the space available to bury dead.
Very good point. A few weeks ago, I went hunting with my dad. I'm in a small town. I noticed we drove by a lot of cemeteries, and I thought to myself, this is a lot more cemeteries than I see in the city, and there's way fewer people out here. Where have all the dead bodies gone? Are a lot of people...
Where have all the bodies... With corpses. Where have all the corpses gone?
Are more people being burned?
Probably so. But wait, are you saying there were a lot of grave sites?
I saw a lot of cemeteries.
Not a lot of people.
I'm not talking funeral homes. I'm talking cemeteries.
Right.
Plots. Headstones.
You saw a lot
flowers.
more of that than people. Well, it's people.
No. Not a lot more than people. Just a lot more than I've ever seen in the city.
Oh,
but there's a lot more people in the city.
Yeah. Well, you drive by cemeteries all the time, and they're huge. I think there's more people being burned. There's probably other ways of disposing of a body. A lot of people donate their bodies to science. That's a thing. But then you got to do something with that. I think when they're done with it, they just put it in a furnace and burn it. Put it in a furnace and burn it.
You doing Cypress Hill again?
I go back to the sipe. That's what they call them.
Do they call them the sipe?
They call them the sipe.
No, they don't.
They do not.
Man, it's so weird to me. Cemeteries have always freaked me the fuck out. Again, when I went away with my dad a couple weeks ago, we went to see my grandmother's headstone, recently deceased a few years ago at this point. And as I'm walking through the cemetery, to go see her gravestone, pay homage, pay respect.
Mm-hmm.
Two things happen. Number one, I freaked the fuck out. I freaked out because I'm like, dude, there are dead bodies everywhere.
Dead bodies everywhere.
No, hundreds, dude.
Yeah,
This is a huge cemetery in Atoka, Oklahoma, or Bentley, Oklahoma. So many dead bodies. Second thing that happened, we get out of the truck. So we drive straight from my dad's house all the way out to Bentley. First stop was to see my grandma's headstone. It's like a 3-hour drive. We drive up in, cemeteries have like a road you can usually drive through, kind of like a tour of the dead bodies and freshly stacked hills of dirt. We get out of the truck, and this, keep in mind, this is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right.
We get out of the truck. My dad walks around to the back of the truck, whips his dick out, and takes a piss in the cemetery. And he said, "Hell, Rob, I had to piss." And I was like, dude, you are pissing like
feet away from
10 feet max away from somebody's grandma, somebody's mother, sister, whatever.
Son, yeah.
You're pissing in the... You couldn't have pulled over like 100 yards from the cemetery. We're still in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think it just makes me think of that, like, the phrase, like, "I'll piss on your grave."
He did. My dad is the first guy in history to literally piss on someone's grave.
That's so terrible.
It was insane. My jaw just dropped.
Literally. Just like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, put that thing in here. No, I was just like, oh my gosh, Dad, you couldn't not pee on a dead person.
Could have stopped. You couldn't have like whipped your dick out on the side of the road before you got into the funeral home. Just pissed on the side of the road.
It blew my mind that it was so like not a big deal to him.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
It's the South. You do what you got. It's whatever. Small town.
I'm a Southern man. I piss on the dead.
I'm a Southern man. I piss on the dead.
What? No, I don't know. It blew my fucking mind.
That's crazy. I don't like going to cemeteries. I have my fingers crossed because I was thinking of that. Superstitions when it comes to cemeteries, graveyards, if you will. You have to cross your fingers when walking through one, or you hold your breath when you pass one.
Oh, I have never heard those.
Yeah, because if you breathe, you're going to breathe in the spirits of the dead.
Yeah, you're breathing in dead body.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. But they're just skeletons at that point.
What about the when you cross the Oklahoma to Texas border? Raise those feet. Raise the feet off the floorboard in your car. Yeah.
Never heard that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have your feet touch the floorboard when you pass a state line.
Why is that?
I don't know. I guess you're jumping the line, I guess. I don't know. You're
or you don't. Yeah, that's weird.
I do it every time though.
Really?
Every time.
Instinctively, like you don't even think about it, you just do it?
Yeah, like I got the cruise control on, and as soon as I hit the Red River, I raise those feet just like automatically, and I keep them up. I keep those fucking feet up until I am well on the bank on the Texas side.
Crazy. Well, the graveyard thing, so on Western Avenue between like whatever and 30th, there's that church with a graveyard. Every time I drive by that. Oh
yeah, that's a creepy one.
I hold my breath. That'd be a great place to do some Halloween shoots and like to hang out. That's a very creepy one.
Isn't there like that Gothic church there too?
Yeah, really badass Gothic church there. Badass church, man. No, I just don't think about it. I just hold my breath until I get past it. I don't know what it is.
I've never heard that, but guess what? Guess what I'm going to do now?
You start holding your breath.
No, I'm going to piss in every cemetery I come across.
Louise. Another one has nothing to do with any of that, but it's kind of like, it's on the same thing of weird ticks you do for things. If you drive through a yellow light, you're supposed to slap your dash.
I've seen it. I've done it. Yeah, you slap the dash.
I still do it.
But do you kiss the fingers first?
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
Right?
For luck or something. I don't know. I still do it every time.
Is there any other thing like that we can think of, like off the top of our head?
What would you call that? Like, what's a word for that? Not a tradition.
I was going to say tradition. Traditional instinct?
Traditional instinct.
Love that band.
I was going to say, I love that strain of weed.
Because it stinks. I don't know. Let's see.
I never heard that one where you lift your feet up. That's a weird one. Don't step on cracks. Obviously, for a while I didn't. I tried to make it a point to not do. Have you ever like tried to make a point not to? It's real hard because you have to constantly be looking at the ground and not step on a crack. You break your mother's back. Everybody knows that.
But break a mirror. You got 7 years of bad luck.
Oh yeah.
See, we're getting more broad though. Like the don't pick up a penny.
Yeah.
That's tails up.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I'll tell you what. If anybody out there has made it this far in the episode, first of all, thank you. Second of all, send us an email, boys@boyspodcast.com.
Yeah, send us your traditional
instincts.
Yeah, traditional instinct.
Put that in the subject line, and maybe we'll read some on the air in an upcoming episode. And Josh, it's been fun. I feel like this was a really fast-paced episode.
Yeah, it was fast-paced. You want to do Bloody Mary in the bathroom real quick?
Don't.
Did you ever do it?
Oh, dude. Okay. Closing thought. Yes, I was into that.
I did it in church when I was what grade? How old are you when you're in second grade?
Dude, that is double dipping the traditional instinct.
In church,
Bloody Mary in church,
in a church that had no windows.
Did it feel real to you?
Oh yeah, super real. To this day, I'll still say that I saw something in the mirror. But that childhood memory, what good is it?
Right.
It's about as good as not sticking up a sticky.
I agree.
Yeah.
Email us, get some stickers. Thanks for listening. Josh, pleasure as always. We'll see you next week.
Bye.